cons to working in a motorsports shop is you get to listen to cool shit all day.
Get that right, Cole.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, so right now I'm being a heckin' laptop boy, and we got this 13B Turbo 2 swapped convertible here. So the NA convertible RX7, you know, doesn't come with a turbo. That's how they just work. So we put a turbo on it. That requires doing more than just putting a turbo on it. So full ECU from Haltech. We're running a 1500 wiring harness. Coil packs and everything have been done to it, fuel injectors, stage injection. Runs a Super 94 turbo, so we're kind of just getting everything running right now, doing the cold start and the hot start. A little rich on the hot start.
Alright, she's all still there.
She's still there.
Yep, it works.
Still works. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna change the spark plugs out when it's cooled off a little bit. Yeah. So our lithium battery, which it's like $800, just blew up.
Nice.
What you guys didn't see is yesterday we actually had a really bad short to ground, like in the main charging wire. And you know, we fixed it like right away. But the problem is with lithiums, it's kind of difficult to bring them back to life. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't really just like jump start a lithium. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to slowly bring it back to life. in the past, if a battery's dead, it's kind of just dead when it comes to lithium. So, expensive battery is broken. And right now it's burning down. So, after the car was breaking up a little bit on the dyno, I turned it off because I was like, okay, maybe we'll just change the plugs out. Maybe we'll check fuel pressure, stuff like that. You know, do the normal checklist. And then I noticed the charging system was kind of low, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Well, then the battery started rapidly dropping from 12 volts to 6, half. So I came back in here with a tool, and it smelled like this. And if we had smell-o-vision, everybody at home would be fucking cringing right now.
Just airing it out.
Yeah, cool thing about rotary spark plugs, if non-rotary people usually don't know this, they don't have a gap. So
how do they work then?
So the electrode in the middle, right?
Yeah.
It basically just arcs on this whole surface area.
Oh.
So and I think the point of it, it's kind of like on aircrafts are the same way. I think the point of it is to where the temperature in the combustion chamber is going to be too hot on a rotary, so they don't want the actual they don't want the electrode melting or the little hook or whatever.
Yeah. So
because then it would move around and your spark plug gap would move around. So these just prevent it from moving around at all. We do like the rotary D cell though. I do like the flames.
It do be flaming.
Look at her.
What are you doing?
You're an idiot, Cena.
What are you doing? What's the goal for today?
The goal is to finally finish this hoe up.
Dang.
So, we got
what power number are you gonna try to get to?
420.
Dang.
.69.
A true savage.
Kelsey, my fiance, wants 427. That was her guess. So I think anything above that would be a good day.
Yeah.
So I think the turbo is capable of 600. I'm not sure if the stock rotary case bolts are good for 650.
Yeah.
Or the transmission. I would just be happy with the 400s. But we got plenty of turbo. This turbo is good for a lot of power.
Bet.
So we'll just see what it is. And I don't even know what spring is in the wastegate, so we'll see what the base is too.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
very exciting.
So let this thing eat, as they say.
Tune these things so damn right. It seems to be cleaned up.
You hear that turbo? You hear that turbo? Jesus. Yeah, he is.
It is burning. Yeah, blew it out.
Putting some gas in it.
Dang.
Really said, I ain't no problem, ain't got no gas in it.
Well, Cole is dynoing his car right now, and it's breaking up a little bit at the graph says 5K RPMs, but I don't think he calibrated it, so it's 7,000 RPMs, I think. I'll show you the graph real quick, but he's starting to get up there. He had a pull at 225, but he's only revving out to about, we'll say 7,000, 6,500 to 7,000 RPMs. But yeah, we're gonna keep rolling the footage. It's looking pretty good. The car is, the last 3 pulls have been pretty solid. Car sounds really good. Needs some tweaks, but this thing's sick. It'd be shooting flames.
That car does not like anything below $2,000. 2,500.
morning, YouTube. Colt is out there doing some cold start things right now, and we're getting the car prepped. He's gonna do some more pulls today, clean it up a little bit, and then I think he's gonna do road tuning. Probably not today since it is snowing. It's snowing pretty good, so he's probably not gonna do any road pulls today, but we're gonna get this car cleaned up and ready to go.
So we got her off the dyno. Car's making relatively like 400, 450 right now. We have a little bit of electrical issues that seem to be coming from the car that are a little sporadic. So right now what's happening is if I leave the car overnight or if I have the ignition on or something like that for too long, it actually floods the engine in one rotor. So what we've seen is we actually have gas leaking out of the exhaust port when I turn the key over, which is a very like abnormal thing. We haven't really experienced that yet. So three things you can diagnose off of that: stuck injector, injector driver having injector stuck open, or an actual leaking injector. So we've already gone through the leaking injector before we got on the dyno, and all the injectors are brand new ID injectors. So I'm just going to take that completely off of our like list of things to check. So what I'm gonna do, and since the car got really hot and everything while we're on the dyno, I'm just gonna check and see if any of the wires are actually like melted or shorting any grounds or anything like that. And then if we see that all the wiring's good, I'm going to probably just switch the ECU entirely, and we'll just put in a newer or like a different out of the box Elite 1500, and then we'll see if that clears anything up. But yeah, right now we have a leaking or stuck open injector, so it's running a little bit rough post dyno. But other than that, car's been great. We did a little bit of ripping in the lot, but it's still cold. I'm gonna finish everything out on it. Interior and everything is still pretty Spartan, as in like there's no seat. So I'm gonna go through that wiring there too. Anyway, we're gonna figure that out. So this will be kind of like just a to be continued, and leave you guys with a nice little picture or video of the drag radials we're putting on this, the slicks. What do you think, Dippy?